I'm here to tell you this morning, you who have a divine spark within you, can use that spark to labor, to make out of nothing something that we can behold. The grandeur that we can behold. You can do that. Some of those who may not be here because they say, I can't go to church, I don't have a job. You may know that person. Talk to that person about what they do have. Let that person know that God has not forgotten you. It's not all about working. You know why they were so upset with the folks in Thessalonica? They were upset because they were a community church. It wasn't like it was a church on every block in Thessalonica. No, it wasn't like that. They were a little group of people, and they needed each other to help out. And people worked, and they pooled what they earned so that the whole community could benefit. They used their labor to help others. They took it very seriously that love is the spirit of the church and service is the law. They took that very seriously. So that's why when we have people sitting in idleness, mere busybodies, refusing to work, it was bad for the community. It was bad for that little struggling church. Everybody needed to do something. And that's what I'm saying to this church. Next Sunday, you're going to have an opportunity right in Emerson Hall. It's going to have all kinds of places where you can be involved in this church. All kinds of opportunities for you to put on display that spark. Let that spark be lit, becoming a divine fire. That's what that's about. That you can jump in there and say, here it is, pow. That's what the joy of having a church like this is. That you can find a place, anyone can find a place in this church to let who they are shine. This little light of mine. Stop. You see, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. Oh, this little, no, I'm going to stop. See, this is what happens. This is what happens. See, all right, no, we're going to stop. We're going to sing it. We're going to sing it later. We're going to sing it later because I'm going to get to the bottom part. When you have an opportunity to talk about your church to someone, you might be standing on the fence line, looking over at your neighbor talking about crepe myrtles. And you talk about the high unemployment rate and the neighbors coming back with an either-or situation. Yeah, if these people follow Obama, we're just going to fall off the cliff. And you're hearing all of that, and you're shaking your head saying, I want you to say this. Well, what's your church doing? Throw that at them. Or what's your faith tradition doing? They might not be, and they might not have a church. They might have something else. But ask them, what are y'all doing over in your religious community? What are you doing? And they may come back at you with what? That's what? What are you talking about? Because that church is not in the either-or dynamic. So you say, no, you see, it depends. See, your church has to help people who are unemployed feel like they are employable, that they are somebody, that they have a divine spark that needs to be lit, that they can go ahead and sing, do, be who they are. All these capacities, see, hear, feel, and understand, all of that comes from having a divine being. And so what is your church doing to prepare folks to go out there and get a job or not be discouraged and disengaged from not having a job? What's your church doing? So when you're saying that to your neighbor who is looking at you at this point with open mouth, say back to them, it's all right. If your church hadn't done it, it's still time. It's still time. Why don't you take that back? And so maybe we can all help this country move on past the either or, and we get into that depends kind of category. That's where I want to be, church. I want to be where there is movement. I want to be where people say, yes, you can. I want to be where there are lights shining. I want to be where I can be of help because I will not grow weary from doing what is right. Church, amen? Amen.